Well, hey everybody, welcome back to Rich with Grandpa. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Georgia. Uh, had some rain and knocked down some of the pollen. If you don't live in the southeast, you just don't understand. When the pine trees and everything get to do their pollinating thing, it's god awful around here. I don't care what color car you have, it's going to be yellow or green. But anyway, little it's been a day. So Grandpa's having a little adult beverage, his favorite Steel Reserve with a little V8 juice, minerals, vitamins, vegetable juice, good, nutrition. Helps wash down some of the rust and dust and stuff. So today, oh my God, let me just show you what I've been doing and getting myself into trouble on, okay? First thing I would like to do is to look at this. The azaleas are in bloom. It's definitely turning into spring, and I'm grateful for having such a beautiful yard. Now, if I just would spend a little more time working in the yard, based on what my wife keeps telling me, instead of working on the car, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and right now we're trying to make that one pretty. Anyway, got the old back wheels and everything pulled off, and this old girl has been sitting for a long time, and you can see what a nasty mess the inside barrels of these wheels are. They're all rusted up, and they got old paint and everything on them, and they're just a mess. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to start a little project here. We got some of this Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner, the stuff that turns purple. And I love this stuff because I use a boatload of it. So we're just going to hose everything down here. Try to get her all soaked up real good. Let her start eating off all the old crud that's on the inside of this old drum or wheel. We're going to let it sit there. See how it starts turning purple? That's eating up all the old brake dust and crap. I use this stuff all the time. Love it to death. And just to give you an idea, this is the other back tire, and I have tried to pretty her up a little bit. She's got some fresh paint. Now, I haven't repainted this. I've just used some super clean and a microfiber towel on her, and she's all cleaned up there. But this is the back side after doing that process and brushing her down, which we'll do with that one in a minute. Got her cleaned up enough to where I could put some Krylon on her and, make her look a lot better than she did. So, what a day, what a day. Oh, what's that? Yeah, Grandpa's been laying under the car this week as time has permitted, and Lord, have I got a mess going on here. Give me a minute. I gotta get all my brake stuff figured out here. I've still got power cords plugged into stuff that I don't need right now, like the Sawzall. Let's get this unplugged. There we go. Now we can bring this over here Light. All right. Stay. All right. Got a mess going on here, guys. After much trips back and forth and going crazy, we are starting to make some real progress here. We've got this all cleaned out. Did a coat of rust preventative on it, and then went ahead and did some just basic acrylic, gloss black, kind of keep, you know, the dust and the rust and all that stuff down. My biggest issue was finding new slave cylinders, and finally, after 2, 3, I don't know how many parts store runs, we finally got the right ones, and they fit perfectly. So those will be going in right in there. So we've got the new brake shoes, all nice and pretty. I've been rehabbing all of the parts, lubricating, cleaning all the old rust, kind of getting everything cleaned up to go back on. I'm not necessarily going to do that on camera today because it's been a long day, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update. We are going to get those on probably today, maybe tomorrow, Tuesday. But just wanted to let you know we aren't just sitting around here not doing anything other than having, you know, conversations with God and the wife. Took the drum, knocked all. I probably took about 2 pounds of rust and dust and God knows what buildup on the outside of this. Just, you know, trying to shine her up a little bit, make her look nice. And I want to thank my guys at the local O'Reilly's because I couldn't find any new 10-inch drums, but they return drums, and they do it for like $25 a piece, and they did a great job. There's a few little imperfections in here, but nothing that's going to affect the ability of the brakes to work wonderfully. So we got the drum, we got all the guts, and well, what's this? Well, you know what? I don't want to go pumping old crap in these brake lines into a new cylinder or any of that. And I'm trying to find it somewhere. I have placed in one of my many hiding or storage compartments my vacuum brake bleeding system, but I couldn't find it today. So, old school, hooked up a drain line to a jug and just trying to flush some of the stuff out of here. I didn't get much, but what I got proved a couple of things to me. There's a load of crap in this system. I don't know that the lines are bad, but what's inside those lines is certainly not a good thing. So, continuing to work on that. You know, over on this side, and I apologize, the light's not going to be that great, but, you know, pretty much the same story from the other side. It's just old brakes. They've been sitting for a long time and need, you know, fixing. So we're, you know, continuing on that. The shocks will be coming, but let's get under here. I'm going to show you something. Oh, when there's the other drum, set of shoes. Got the slave cylinder in the box on the sitting right there. So we got all the parts to do this side too. Let's get back underneath here for a second. Working on getting all of this old rusted out exhaust system cut out of it. What a mess. Having some issues with some bolts on some hangers. I'm trying to save the hangers. They seem to be, well, some of them seem to be in fair shape. Some of them are just toast. But with the new system, we'll have all new hangers. So right now, I'm just trying to get stuff cut out of the way, and so it's not banging on everything. So, you know, right now we're straight piped. Might be able to see them sticking up down there. Let's see if I can get out of here without killing myself or banging my head or something. I'll tell you what. I'm a little over a month out of my surgery, and thank you, Lord, I'm doing pretty dang good. Getting around, working full time, 40 plus hours, and not really having any kind of issues, so that's a good thing. You know what, guys? I don't know if this is going to work. This thing hadn't been started in, I don't know, a couple of weeks. Went ahead and put the cap back on the cylinder. Let's go ahead and move brake fluid and brake cleaner and all that kind of stuff out of the engine bay so we don't drop it on something and create a worse issue than we got. I don't know, I may have to prime this old girl, but I'm curious to see what she sounds like with no exhaust on her. Interesting too, being that we've got her up on jack stands. Oh, I hope this thing doesn't fall off the jack stands. They're supposed to be pretty good jack stands. They're not recalls. All right. See what happens here. For all I know, the battery may be dead. I'm sure the carburetor's dry as hell. Here we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to prime that carburetor. Kind of like me in the morning, I gotta get primed too. Usually a good cup of Brazilian coffee does it, but you never know. Kind of hard to do one-handed sometimes. We'll just set that right there. And let's see here. See if we can't get old. Firecracker juice going here. That'll be enough to set a small fire. Hopefully in the combustion chambers and not somewhere else. All right. Wouldn't be nice to have a shop instead of trying to do all this in the garage with all of my other stuff. But you know what? I'm grateful. I'm glad I got a place to put this girl indoors and not have her sitting outside anymore. All right, let's try this again.
that mean old 2-barrel. Yeah, I'd really like to do a 4-barrel. Looked at the Poly EMI, injection system. It's a little outside of my price range right now. To set this up, it's about $2,400. I got other things that need that money worse than that. I am going to look at maybe throwing an Edelbrock and a 4-barrel line, but not right now. We got other things going on. He does sound healthy. Yeah, a little 318. I don't care what anybody says. For this size car, she's a bitch. I'm going to set y'all up out here, and I'm going to see what it sounds like out here revving with straight pipe, because this is all brand new to me as well. Let me see where I can do this at. Yeah, we'll do it over here. I kind of like that straight pipe. Yeah, it sounds pretty beefy. Gonna continue to get all of the junk cut out from under her and get her ready to put the new exhaust system on it. Still seeing what we want to do as far as what brand: Flowmaster, Cherry Bomb, Thrush, Jegs. I don't know. I want to keep a good throaty sound, but I don't want to be, deafened by the sound cruising around town. But when I get on the throttle out on the road, I want everybody to know that she's not grandma's car. So we'll still, be dealing with that. But right now I got, get some of this old shit off of here. Excuse my French. So we're going to get this side put together. We're going to address the brake issue as far as the lines are concerned. I'm getting an order ready to go ahead and switch out the master cylinder to a 2-chamber. And we'll probably at least have to rerun the front block of lines, because the way this thing appears is it comes down, it goes down there, and it has a T to operate your front, and then back to another T on the differential for your back brakes. Well, that's not going to work. We're going to do something different there. We're going to get our independent lines, and we're probably going to put a line lock on the rear brakes. So if Grandpa decides to, see if he's got anything left in his hat, we can line lock the back brakes and maybe do a little burnout. Never hurts to at least, be set up if the opportunity presents itself. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Let's go out here and see what's going on with this tire that we set on fire with the acid drip and see what it looks like. Well, it looks real crusty. Let's go ahead and shoot a little bit more in there. Let's get a little bit of water here. And your favorite scrub brush. You can see this stuff is really getting in and cleaning a lot of the, in this case, decades of buildup off of everything. And I'll probably need to make another pass on it just to make sure I've got it clean enough and surface prep for some new paint. But I wanted to give you an idea of how great this stuff works. I'm sure there may be other stuff out there, but this is what I use to clean my wheels and keep my brake systems working. And honestly, you can use it on your paint too. What a lot of people don't understand is you get iron oxides and some of these other contaminants in your paint, especially on your front clip, your grills, front fenders, in that area. Not only from your own car, but from everything in traffic that you're driving around. So you can use this stuff as a way of removing some of those contaminants in your clear coat and your finish. Spray it on when it starts turning purple. Fine soft, microfiber mitten with some good cleaning detergent, car wash. Meguiar's, Chemical Guys. I mean, there's boatloads of products out there, but this is a great way to kind of start getting that stuff cleaned off. Now I'm going to let this soak just a little bit more, but you can see It's already starting to look quite a bit better. I'll go ahead and blast it out here a little bit. Yeah, the azaleas love this simply because they're outside of my shop and they're used to dealing with hard stuff. Love that purple. Until I'm getting some results when that purple's going. Now, it's far from perfect, but it looks a whole bunch better than it did. And now, with maybe just a little bit of quick wire wheel, and or maybe even a little more brush and a second coat of the cleaner, that stuff, she'll be ready for some paint, just to make her look, kind of shiny again. So, it's all part of the. It's not going to be showroom. It's not going to be, Meacham Barons quality restoration. But like I said, this old girl's a survivor. She's not the queen. But everything that we can do to try to bring her back and make her the best she can be, mechanically, cosmetically, that's what we're doing, because she's ours, and we're going to do the best we can by her, just like anybody else in the family. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed. If you've got any comments, any suggestions, please pass them on. Big thumbs up if you enjoyed today's content. Please consider subscribing. Tell your friends and family. Would really like to see our numbers come up. We can get some more folks on board. Thanks for watching. You all have a safe week coming up. God bless.